So if you'll notice, on the Reister model, there's an inner wheel and an outer wheel. Others are set up differently. The inner wheel changes the color of the light or whether it's polarized or not. However, the outer wheel adjusts the aperture, and I would like to show you some of the patterns that can be produced. This is the large dot. I'll probably get arguments from ophthalmologists that this causes too much retinal stimulation. However, for beginners and myself, I find it easier to use the large dot as opposed to something smaller. That's a medium and a small dot. So once again, I prefer to use the large dot because it's easier to stay on the pupil if you're perhaps a little jittery or new to this. If you really don't like your partner, you can go to what I call the sniper scope. I'm joking about that, but that's that one, and it gives you a grid pattern on the back of the eye so that you can say, oh, it's 2 rings out at 12 o'clock, etc. It just gives you a way of positioning lesions. Most times we don't use that. The slit will show up if there's a rising in the back. You'll notice that it's no longer straight if you're going over a bumpy surface from an angle. And again, typically we don't use that. Back on the other side, you can use the half moon to figure out which portion of the lens there may be a cataract. And again, while it's handy, we typically just stick to the large opening aperture. On the Welch-Allen scope, these are controlled by this horizontal wheel, and crank up the brightness here. There's the large dot, there's the sniper scope, there's the slit, there's the red free, which happens to be on this setting because they didn't have another, and we're back again to the small, medium, large, and you want to use that large dot.